Now it's time to see 4 more pitches from our Startup Spotlight participants. And to open up the pitches is here Andrei Pitish, who will give us a short opening speech. Let's welcome him.
Hey, how are you? Um, I wanted to tell you that I'm now representing here ANIS, which is the National Association of the Software Industry. And when I got elected in this position, I was a business angel, acting and in the startups community. And I mean, this is an association mostly of big companies or smaller Romanian companies, but mostly outsourcing, a few product companies. And looking around, I saw something was missing, and the startups were the thing that were missing. And I started thinking how we can bridge this world and how we can together do more things. And we're now working on a strategy for the Romanian startups. And let's say, two examples of what can be done working together. One is this contest that you're about to see. I mean, the Startup Spotlight was born from the good relationship that we have with Bogdan Iordache and his contest, and with money from Ixia, which is one of our prominent members. So this is one example. Another example is Innovation Labs, which is, I would dare to say, one of the first Romanian accelerators for students. And a big surprise for us, 2 of the teams are here pitching. And it's excellent. I mean, our aim was just to show the students what the startups look like, and not necessarily to have them graduate in any way. But they did, and it's awesome. And I would like to see them succeed. So ANIS is opening up a chapter for startups, and we aim to write a strategy that would get us to having a complete ecosystem. We can do lobby to the government, we can do a lot of things because we have all the power of the big companies. And, but without having also the long tail of startups, we will not be able to accomplish anything. So we invite you to become members of the startups chapter of ANIS, and to start writing maybe it's a big word, but to start like writing history by building the ecosystem in Romania. We have parts of it, and How to Web is one of the most important parts, because without a conference to bring together all these startups from all over, from the neighboring countries, and get inspired by their communities, nothing would have happened. So thank you very much, How to Web, and I invite the 4 teams to start pitching. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andrei. I would like to welcome to the stage our esteemed jury, Alan Clayton, Robin Wouters, Teo Ceaușu, Max Gurvitz, and Raluca Georgescu. Please join me on stage. I'll give you. Okay, great. When we're all set, I'm going to call on stage our first startup, which is Smart Hand, and they'll have 5 minutes to pitch, 3 minutes for questions, and that's perfect, of course. Yes. Hello. Okay. We have the pointer over here. Just can I have the watch? I'll be standing right.
Hello. Hello, my name is Ivailo, and I represent a company called Chipo Labs that has created a smart hand, the hand that feels. Smart hand is a prosthetic hand that is controlled by the signals sent from the brain to the lost limb. And this is a small demonstration of our prototype. Our friend Mihail is Paralympic athlete, and he has lost both of his hands in an accident that has turned his life upside down. He has two prosthetics, and he hates them. He hates them because they're not comfortable. It took him a lot to learn how to use them, and they look ugly. So with Smart Hand, we have resolved all of these troubles, and not only given the feedback from Mikhail, but from many other patients through the prosthetic centers that we are working with. Basically, we have shortened the learning curve from 2 years to 3 months. We have integrated feedback in our prosthetic hands so that the patient could actually feel when he touches something, and not only feel it, but understand how hard he has grabbed a certain object. We have integrated in Smart Hand 80% of the functionality of a real man's hand, and we have customized our product so it will fit the lifestyle of every patient. And last but not least, it's the price. Our price is very competitive. It's a few times less than any of our products' competitors. The market size of Smart Hand is estimated at $150 million, but pay attention, this is only in North America and Western Europe because we don't have data for the rest of the world. Our business model is pretty simple. It's a B2B business model. We are working with the prosthetic centers, and we are already working with Tekuda Hospital in Sofia and the VIP Plus. We have been recognized as a world innovation by Patent Office of Bulgaria and the Technical University of Sofia. And we are preparing a PCT application that will give us the right to patent our product in 142 countries around the world. Therefore, we are raising $65,000 so we could finish our MVP. And in terms of recognition, we have been granted 25,000 euros by Empower United for winning the first place for extraordinary young entrepreneurs. We have been recognized as one of the 3 best startups companies in Bulgaria by Forbes, and Georgi, who is the inventor of Smart Hand, has been recognized as one of those guys who are under age of 30 that will change the world. We're working with RICC Innovation, which is a subsidiary of Oxford, and it's basically technology transfer company. Our team has more than 65 years of combined experience in financial, marketing, legal, mechanics, and electronics. And that's about it.
Cool. Great, thank you. Now it's time for questions. Can we reset the timer to 3 minutes, please?
Yeah, can I start with one thing? You mentioned at some point 150 million, and you said per patient. What did you, or do you mean something else? Well, what is the 150 million figure?
It's the Smart Hand market, exactly
In the world?
Not in the world, only in Western Europe and North America, because there is no statistics for the rest of the world. But basically, with our price, we think that we could go to markets like third world countries and developing countries.
Mm-hmm. Do you know how big the prosthetics market is? Not smart, but just general. Because the sports guy you mentioned, he's currently wearing a normal prosthetic, as far as I know.
The prosthetics market, the overall prosthetics market is estimated at 5 billion, but this includes all the prosthetics.
Okay.
The Smart Hand market is 150 million. It's exactly the upper limb.
Right. And just one more thing from me. From your comparison chart, it seems that the product is both better, cheaper, and basically more easy to build. Is that correct?
Yes, that's
all three.
correct.
So it's better in all three.
Yes.
That's a remarkable achievement, if it's true.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Switch it on. Ah, great. Thanks. really great presentation.
Thank
The thing I really liked was at the beginning, you had a story about a real person that made me really care about what you're doing. And that's a big challenge for anybody to do.
Thank you.
I was really disappointed at the end when you your finishing line was, and that's about it. So I'm thinking, shit, this is like really great stuff. So well done. My question is, what are you going to do with the $65,000? Because that actually, compared with what most people ask for, which is too much, this doesn't seem like a lot of money.
Yes, these are not a lot of money, but we need to finish our product, to bring it on the stage where we could produce 2 or 3 prosthetic hands that we could put on the real patients, so we could test them for, example, 6 months, 1 year, so we could make the product better, and then from there we could raise money to commercialize the product. It's the first stage, so to say.
So this is just going to get you through the next couple of months
Yes,
on materials and labor to make more prototypes?
Not the materials, but not only the materials, but basically to pay for the team, because the guys that I have showed in the team, they are not all of them are not the founders.
Okay, thanks.
But if you only need 65K, why don't you try and get a grant or a subsidy for this kind of thing? It lends itself perfectly for that kind of...
Super
do.
short answer,
We do.
please.
You do, okay.
Yes.
Okay. We're out of time. Thank you very much. Our next startup is called Cinetic. Please come on stage. Let's give him a hand.
Hi. First of all, a question to the audience. Who wants to earn 50 euros for an hour by watching TV at home? Hands up. Nobody? Come on. Okay. So at Cinetic, we are building the world's first crowdsourced neuromarketing platform. Every year, companies spend over $500 billion on advertising, and even though 21% of this budget goes to marketing analytics, 80% of the products fail on the market. Of course, there are several methods to try to figure out what the customers need, but most of them are slow, expensive, and inaccurate. Fortune 100 companies are already using an innovative technique, which is called neuromarketing. And the information they get out of this new technique is they can make better informed decisions with it, they can create more effective ads, and ultimately increase their sales. And we at Cinetic take neuromarketing to the next level by crowdsourcing. We are building an international community of testers equipped with these kind of commercially available brainwave reading headsets. And in addition to the classical research methods such as surveys, we can now deliver information such as attention level, excitement, and engagement of customers when they watch an advertisement or when they interact with a product. Now let me show you the process. So a company signs up to our website, then they upload the material and select their target customers. They can be wherever in the world. Then the testers watch the material on their own computer in their homes wearing our device, and we collect and analyze their brainwaves, and we send back a report to the company. It can be used to test any audiovisual material, movies, TV spots, commercials, radio spots, even a political speech. And it's great for our customers because finally they get deep understanding of their emotional impact on their customers. They get it in hours instead of weeks, and they only pay a fraction of the money they currently spend on research. On the other hand, the testers can earn money from home and when they want, just by watching TV. Our customers are marketing research firms, advertising agencies, and the big brands who can pay a monthly fee or a one-time fee to access our service. We already have 2 of the 3 largest advertising companies of the world as clients, and 2 companies such as Nescafé and American Express. We have a team of experts coming from various backgrounds, such as neuroscience, marketing research, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and branding, and we are hiring. And we do something that nobody has done before. We provide access to our database and tester base to the leading scientists and researchers of the world, so they can run their own experiments, they can try their own algorithms, research, for example, for Alzheimer's. And in return, they give us the innovation and technologies first, which we implement into our product, then we share it with the world. In the last month, we were quite busy. We just graduated from Startup Sauna in Helsinki, which we won. And we exhibited and pitched at Slush in front of 6,000 people in Helsinki last week. And we also were invited to Singularity University's European Summit in Budapest last week. And we won an investment, and we are going to the Silicon Valley in January. So now this is how it looks when a tester can sign up online. So you can do it too. Then they receive the headset. All they need is their computer and the headset we send them. Then they just sit still and watch the material we send them on their own computer. And while they do this, we collect and analyze their brain waves. And then we send it back to our servers, which we analyze, and then we deliver a report to the companies. So you can go online now, cinetic.net/tester, and sign up and start earning money. This is how the test results look like. So this is the overview of the test online, what the company sees. And this is like the emotional report. So we can benchmark and score the emotions of each video, for example. And this is the timeline view of the results, so the detailed view, how a video performed. It can be compared with another video and segmented and filtered according to age, gender, or different things. So we are looking to grow our team now because we got an investment last week. So we are hiring. So if you're interested in working in a very fast-moving, interesting company, please go on to our website and send your CV. And also, if you're interested to earn money, you can go on cinetic.net/tester and apply to become a tester. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. That was perfectly timed. And next, questions.
How many testers do you have?
Yeah, when the first night we opened the registration, we got more than 100 testers from all around the world, so we closed it because we didn't want testers to be waiting and not getting paid. So we put it on pause, but it's quite motivating to earn 50 euros an hour.
So you had 100 submissions, but how many actual headset have you delivered?
No.
None?
No, yeah.
So you haven't,
we
it's
started
not launched
in June.
yet, the product?
We started in June. We have a working prototype, 2 paying clients, and we will finish the product to be stable in a month or 2.
Can I ask, how much does it cost to produce that device?
I have no idea how much it costs to produce it because we buy it's off the shelf.
So your company isn't producing,
No,
isn't
we don't deal
manufacturing
with
the
the
device?
hardware. We just do the software and the rest.
Okay. And can I ask the competition question then?
Yes. So there are several neuromarketing companies, very small ones, like 2 employees, and they serve currently the Fortune 100 companies. And what they do is a one-to-one model. So they hire a company who hire people, 20 people in a local city, and then they come to their office, they test them. It takes 5 weeks. It costs minimum 50,000 euros, and it's not scalable.
About differentiate.
So we have the technology, we have the crowd, if we can do a huge crowd, and then we can be faster and cheaper if we want, and then the better results with the technology. We are working with 2 of the best neuroscientists of the world, one in Italy, one in France.
Have you patented something?
It's in progress.
We still have time for questions.
That's also what I wanted to ask. If your idea actually proves to work and you get traction, won't the other neuromarketing competitors copy it? How easy will it be for them?
Probably yes. But we need to be the first ones and the best ones. And we need to protect our ass.
Okay.
And what's going to be the cost per test? How much do I have to pay to
Like as a company? It depends on how many people you want, how specific profiles you want, and how long time you have for the results to
Give me an example.
It's 2 ways. For you, around like 50 euros or more. It depends on how much time. It depends on a lot of things. I can tell you more later.
But it's in the 100 or hundreds of euros.
Yes, it's less than 100 euros per tester for you.
No, but for a company, if I
Yeah,
have
it's more than 10,000.
over 10,000
Yes.
euros.
But again, it depends on how many people you want to test and where they are in the world.
Okay, we're out of time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next up is Squirrly. Oh. Good luck. You can start a timer.
All right. My name is Florin, and I'm the CEO of Squirrly. Today, I'm going to talk about how we're getting all squirrely and causing a lot of freaking trouble, right? So, this could also be called the story of how we send out frosty cold email that makes marketers hot for us. Now, let's talk a little bit about moolah. It's actually an awful slang for money, but it kind of seems that it's something that's very, very important for startups. So during this whole freaking presentation, I'm going to talk a lot about moolah. Now let's get started. How do we make our own moolah? Well, we make it because we've built the only content marketing tools that allows you to optimize content and measure its success for both humans and search engines. Now, we're a team of 5 squirrels, and the founders have experience of working together like 7 years, maybe even more than that. We've got a lot of customers to the first positions in Google. And other than that, we also had a failed startup. But the important stuff is that it served customers in the content marketing area. Now, we also have 2 amazing investors. One of them you also saw here today. He talked about big data, and you guys seem to love him. All right? And the other one is Ibrahim Efson. He's actually a very well-known blogger in Germany. All right, so this was me last year at How to Web. Basically, we had nothing back then, actually nothing. So what did we do since last year? Well, we made a lot of money, I guess. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's money. In just 9 months, we got to $22,000, mostly because we helped our own customers make money, and here are some real results. So basically, we've increased traffic for a whole lot of people, e-commerce sites, content marketing stuff, new media websites, and whatever. And let's see, so if we make a small calculation and take into account the number of users, the number of hits that we got for each user, and a very small cost per click, you would see that we saved our customers $2 million something, which is basically money that Google did not make. They must hate SEO tools for that, right? I mean, that's why they're killing them off. So we're troublemakers, but we want to do even more than that. So that's why we've built Content Look. And Content Look helps you take a look at your whole content marketing strategy, including your 6 main areas, which are blogging, SEO, social media, links, authority, and yeah, that's about it, and traffic. Right, so what will you get? You will get a report that tells you a score of your site, and it compares you to your competitors. Now, more than that, you will have pro tips and a lot of stuff that will help you not only see your weaknesses, but actually help you get past them with our content and content from various SEO experts. This is the demo. This is how it actually looks. So you can see that you have a score. It shows one of your competitors' site score as well. You also see your 6 main areas. If you would have a red thingy there, it would say that it requires immediate attention. But this is our site, so it's better. And here you can see some of the details. Also, there are some to-dos, and here you can see one of them. You can mark it when you complete it, or you can close the window. And also, you can send it to your developers if it's way too complicated for you guys. Basically, we are targeting this at content marketers, so they usually send stuff to their developers. All right, so the value proposition is motivation, consulting, mentoring, monitoring. It's easy to use, and it's free. All right, so we're sending frosty cold email, and we're making marketers hot for us. Now, if you've ever done an email marketing campaign, you know that getting 20% click rate is freaking insane, right? But that's not all. They actually thank us for the reports. So instead of the usual, screw you guys are spamming me, we hate you, we got stuff like, I'm not usually impressed, but when I am, it's because of your reports. And this is actual feedback. Right? So it was pretty cool for us. Right, so the revenue model, we have live updates. You basically pay $30 and you can update whenever you want during 24 hours. And also it helps us sell Squirrly to more people. And other than that, we're planning to have some partnerships with SEO services companies. And the next steps will be some competition reports and a Dropbox viral mechanism. Are you guys open to partnerships? If you are, please get in touch. We want you guys. We're not exactly Uncle Sam, but we do want you. All right, so this is me. Please try out contentlog.co. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, we're waiting for the timer to be reset, and we will start with the questions.
Just a comment on the presentation. It's a very long, rambling presentation without a beginning, a middle, and an end. It's lacking a kind of personal example or a story or something that makes me really care about what you do. I understand that there's a real opportunity here, and it's probably going to make some money. But from an investor's point of view, like investors are humans, so we love to hear about people and real stories and so on. My question is, the 22,000 euros or dollars, is that revenue or profit? And do you think that's a lot in a year?
No, that was a lot of for us because we've started from zero and we got there and it was pretty amazing because we didn't expect to make so much money so fast.
Okay, thanks.
So where are your markets mostly right now with this traction that you've came up with so far?
Where are we with the new strategy? Well, we're basically just building out this new product, and we're testing it with, every week we place in 100 people and see how they react to the reports and to the stuff we send out.
So where do you get these people?
We basically looked at what kind of people paid us before, and we already know some profiles. So basically we get a lot more people like them, and we send those guys. So the prospects, we send emails, and then they come to Contentlog, and hopefully in the future they will buy Squirrly.
But where do the new contacts come from?
I know, you can find them on Technorati, you can find them on Freshcape from Oz, all over the place.
And in terms of geography, where are these people?
Oh, they're mostly in the US, because US guys buy our product a lot.
Cool. Time for 2 more questions. If everything answered, then that's it.
I bored you guys, didn't I? All right.
Awesome. And the last startup pitching is Zzzzapp. Please come on stage. Good luck and try to stand a bit more closer. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tino from Zzzzapp. I come from Split, and 2 years ago I was working in a telecom store in Split, and Split is a 200,000 inhabitant city, and the amount of tourists that goes through it in the season is just insane. I mean, those are gridlocks. It's incredible. So, while I was working in the telecom store, I had a huge amount of tourists coming in and looking for internet access and information about the city. So, right then I actually realized that there's a problem with distribution of information for these tourists who are just passing by, and they need that info on spot. So I was always a Wi-Fi enthusiast, and I saw opportunity there. So I assembled a team and went on to test it. The premise was, if I open up all Wi-Fi networks in the city that are being hosted by bars, cafes, restaurants, and public venues, I can actually make money on that. So we built this. This is an example of our page. This is what you see when you connect to our Zzzzapp Wi-Fi hotspot. And there you have the promotion from the venue, the Wi-Fi host, some interactive applications with information about the city and your surroundings, and of course the monetizing option with the ads downstairs. So we started in May 2012. In 3 months we got 50 bars, restaurants, clubs, and even a tourist board because they didn't have this solution for some reason. And we went from 0 to 100,000 average users per month in 3 months flat. That was insane. I mean, we were selling this product not by showing it, we were just telling our clients the idea. All of your clients, you're going to give free internet access in return for the ads. That's not a new concept, but no one has done it properly until now. Why? I'm not sure. What they were waiting for, I'm really not sure. So with the results, like 5 times click-through rate than the average standard. So we went from maybe 5% to 15% click-through rate on our content on the page, which is incredible, like the previous startup said. This is something not usually seen online. And in the beta test in Split, we actually made $25,000 without actually trying too hard, because the market is so undersaturated that they just wanted it, and they just wanted to use it, both advertisers and venues. So, but we saw, in the meantime, we saw some gaps in the market, like even the big conference center, even this conference, and bigger centers in London like Excel don't have a system where you actually come to an event, you hook up and everything is waiting there for you. Like, where do I go? There's a pub downstairs, down the street. I just found out today. I should have known that from the first day. So there is a problem of spreading the information among visitors of an event. So we are targeting basically these huge captive audiences, like the conference market, the cruise market, and even airport duty-free shops. Imagine free Wi-Fi on all airports because the duty-free is paying for it. So with the conference market, we are targeting 3 cities, London, Vienna, Berlin, with just 2 conference centers with 25K in 50 events that exhibitors are actually paying for. We can get to 2 million in 2014. So this is not a lot of money. They are already spending money there to reach the delegates. They're spending $200 per delegate in order to send them a message. And what better way to send a message to someone in this room than actually putting it on Wi-Fi? All of you that are not locals don't have 3G, and all of you went through Wi-Fi when you came here. So again, the cruise market, huge market, like 5,000 people on a boat, dependent completely on Wi-Fi, and we put some interactive solution there for them. So they can actually chat internally, they can see the best offers or whatever. But the point is that even the Caribbean line, which is the biggest player in the market, doesn't actually have this system. Again, why? I suppose that this is because this is not their core business. They sell cruise, they don't build IT software, so we are going to build it for them. Duty-free market, again, as I mentioned, airports are a huge hub of people who are mostly tourists and again dependent on Wi-Fi, and putting anything there on the Wi-Fi landing page means a lot of money. So how do we make money? Well, we are going to top 10 global ad agencies and selling them all these captive audiences with very specific micro-targeting. We're going to do private white label contracts like for telecom and global bottling brands, and we are going to do revenue sharing with key accounts, like this Caribbean line probably will be a revenue sharing option. We received funding from 11. We got demo requests for global brands. One is a bottling company, and the other one is actually a telecom. So we started partnering with content providers because we are building a platform. We will not be providing the content because that would be impossible for a startup to do globally. And this is the team. I'm Tino Tokic, the idea creator. This man in the middle is, Gandalf, the white of marketing.
And time. Sorry,
and
I have to cut you off there.
Thank you.
So what's your cost structure? Your cost structure?
The cost structure is basically we are software as a service. So there is a hardware component which costs about 30 euros. And this can be paid by the advertiser or by the venue itself. But in terms of costs, we are just hosting a service. If that was your question, I don't think I understood it completely.
But do I have to install anything if I have a bar and I want your solution? What do I need to do?
Right now you do, but there's an option with telecoms where you don't have to install anything. It can just be applied to your internet line. But we are kind of too early for that because we're a small team of 3 with some outsourced, some partners. We need funding to finish this.
So do you have some IP in this? Is there something unique that you're doing here?
Probably. I know the code is actually...
So did you say probably?
Yeah, it's
okay.
Because going through that and filing patents is not what we're doing now. I mean, we would rather keep it a secret. Someone can copy us, someone can copy Google, everything can be copied, but going into patents now is just too much time for us. This is not for what we're doing at this moment.
Other questions?
I like it, but what's up with the name?
Yeah, it's now Zzzzapp Wi-Fi with 1 Z. We kind of changed it after comments from people like
Are you going to stick with this one? Or?
No, man, imagine telling someone your email address with 4 Zs, 1 A, 2 Ps. I just gave up after some time.
Also makes me sleepy just by looking at it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Any other questions? Well, if that's all, best of luck.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much to our audience.